We are downtown New Hope. Where are we? Again. Downtown New Hope, Pennsylvania. Good evening, everyone. This is New Hope. If you've never been, this is downtown New Hope, Pennsylvania. We're at the south end, and it literally goes all the way down there by the bridge. Tons of shops, tons of restaurants and places for clothing, and you name it. This strip on Main Street has tons of stores and places to eat. So if you ever get a chance, there's more to do in New Hope than to see the Creeper Gallery. But if you're in town and you're in New Hope, check it out. I mean, it's beautiful down there. You have the bridge, you have the lake, you have all the restaurants, you have the theater. There's every restaurant under the sun down there. And then you come to this place. And there it is. That's where we are tonight. Creeper Gallery. 129 South Main Street, New Hope, Pennsylvania. This is just the outside. And I know you're getting that glare, so I can't really show you everything, but it's really, really cool. So again, the Creeper Gallery is at 129 South Main Street in New Hope, Pennsylvania. And that's the window that you see when you come walking up. You head up these stairs here. You got your skeleton there. Got your skeleton there. Another window. Full of stuff in it. Another window. This is again on the outside. On the door. Again, those of you just joining us, we are in New Hope, Pennsylvania at the Creeper Gallery, located at 129 South Street, New Hope, Pennsylvania. This is kind of the main gallery. We show you guys this all the time because we want to kind of show you that this place is more than just objects that are rumored to be haunted. There's also a ton of oddities and incredible artwork created by the owner, Donna Marion, good friend of ours. So we just want to give you guys, if you can't make it here or if you're thinking about coming, we want to give you kind of an overview of everything that's here besides the haunted objects. And this is just, again, one room when you walk in, and there's tons of stuff here. We're having an issue with the comments again. As soon as I hit live, it happened.
Great. So that's the new thing with them.
I guess so. So then you go this way. Oh, by the way, Chris is here.
I'm here. I made it.
She's here. She's already had one jump scare
within
the first 5 minutes.
All right.
And again, you walk around, more stuff to see everywhere. As we're going through, this is kind of the little turn area you walk through, and there's the Wall of Fame. And let's see, there's me.
And who's missing?
There's Donna. Who's missing? There's John Zaffis. Where's Chris? Let me see if I can find Chris. No. Oh,
that's right.
No, Chris. And then we go here. More Donna Marion creations. And again, this place alone is worth the visit. But if you're going to come into New Hope, This is again on South Main Street, 129. This is at the end, but all along the way here, there's tons of stuff to see, lots of places to eat before you make your way down here, because we all know the reason everybody's here, including us, is right there, the Red Room. Enter at your own risk. So we turn that way, and there's my favorite mannequin.
Don't leave.
What did she say?
Don't leave.
Don't leave. I'm going to stay here. We just got here. We're not going anywhere. So when we enter the Red Room, you can, oh, just walked away from me. Cabinets filled with haunted objects, or objects that are rumored to be haunted, I should say. Now, lots of new stuff. That right there is new. There's a few new things that we're going to investigate tonight. Other things that we're going to get to later. Stuff that is rumored to have dark attachments. Some of them, some of the new stuff, which you know Chris loves. But you got cases after cases. That's another one too. I think we said that last time. Of just objects that are rumored to be haunted all around us. And that's where we set up shop. Another cabinet. Something is tugging the back of my shirt. Literally, like they're trying to get my attention.
When you were outside,
Right here. Tug, tug, tug,
understands.
tug.
Yeah.
Who's trying to get my attention here? I was just pointing to this little doll here. Is that you? You trying to get my attention?
Yeah, that's new.
I pointed it out, and then I turned away, and I felt tug, 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 like, hey, mister type of thing. That you? We're going to talk to you eventually. Not tonight, though, but eventually. So just to show you really quick, we have the objects that are deemed dangerous there that we don't bring out. These are things that Donna doesn't sell for the most part, not the really bad ones. And then you have a book where people write down a lot of the stuff they feel and experience when they're here. Kind of another thing that Donna has originated as far as her shop. And I'm going to go get my regular glasses, and Chris is going to entertain you.
I'm going to read what and show them what the first item's going to be for tonight. So we have two. I'm going to try with you. I'll have you start to see how what this becomes. But one of them is dark, and I'm going to let John start and read with that one. I'm not even going to address it. But this one here for you guys to see. Just let me get close enough for everybody to see. It is a pendant.
Oh, this isn't the dark one. The other one's the dark one, right?
The one that I haven't put up here yet.
Yeah.
This one I don't know what is. And this one. So I'm going to ask anybody that is on Facebook or TikTok, on Facebook or YouTube. If you're on TikTok, let us know if things aren't right, because we can't see the comments from those other two platforms. This is Diana's haunted pendant. Claims are this pendant was owned by Diana Cole, deceased wife of serial killer Carol Cole. A residual haunting, her last moments are repeated over and over. It seems she does not know she is dead and makes her present known. Other investigations have been done on this piece over the years, with all saying it is very active piece. Purchased from a Texas estate that just wanted the necklace gone. She was one of her husband's many victims. So we have never investigated this ourselves. This is our first time investigating this piece.
The only thing I could do is I'm going to have to use that tablet exclusively for the comments then.
I think that's what you should do.
Those two.
Just so that you could see.
Then we're taking away one.
Well,
you can work magic.
no, it's not that easy to do. I get that. There's no other platform you could use, huh? Nothing else?
All right, just give me a second.
Yeah, John just setting up some stuff.
Darn it.
I'm going to turn, you guys. No.
Turn that speaker
Off?
I got it. You got it? Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
I can see the comments now.
All right, John can see the comments on the other thing that he did. I'm gonna just turn on the candles down here.
Got it. I can see the comments now.
I don't like hearing my voice.
Neither do I.
Thank you.
So I'll keep this.
He's so
we'll
fresh.
Keep this here, who's ever sitting down investigating. Do you want to start with this one because it's not the dark one? I'll explain what I got over there.
This is attached to a series.
Said there was a ton of info on that.
Really? Where?
Where'd you get it from?
Right over there.
Right there.
Is it?
Biography of Edward Colley.
It's Cole.
Cole. Well, then yeah, there's a ton of information.
Okay.
Is this a serial killer one?
Yes.
Oh.
I just said that.
Yeah, there's a whole long sheet.
It's open. Just open it up and pull it out. And that way you could use it to start. I said you're going to start with this just because if
let me do that
because if it's dark.
Okay, we're not.
No, here you go.
You want me to read all this?
No, parts of it.
Well,
see if we get a reaction while you're doing it. Yeah, we have to watch that. Yep, I got you.
It's her first time doing this, so we got to bear with her a little bit.
Yes, because I've got 50 million hands. If you guys don't know, I can do everything all at once, unlike John. Are you going to read those, or am I going to watch that?
I'm just looking at comments, make sure everything's coming through.
Okay.
I'm going to read some of it, but I want to show the equipment really quick and explain. We have basically the same setup that we always use. Why are you so close? So,
because it's hard for them to see on this side with Facebook unless I go way over here because you block half. There you go.
Everything basically is stuff that we use every week. But if you're new watching us, I'm John. This is Chris. We're New Jersey Paranormal. We're the ones who exclusively investigate all the objects here. She also has readers that handle the objects and read them. Michelle Wire is one of them. I don't know if she has any others at this point, but the lights here are called trip wires, EMF wires, meaning they're supposed to be purple. That's what color they're supposed to be if the building is well grounded and there's no electromagnetic field or energy. If the energy were to increase around the object or in the area of the object, they're just going to change colors from anywhere from blue to red, meaning a significant increase in energy. These candles that have the word yes and no written on them, they literally need to have an energy source kind of like either try to touch them or swipe them to turn them on and off. They're not real candles. The domes are static electricity. You see that I'm setting them off by moving my hand. They detect static electricity one light at a time, and then they track the direction that it's moving in. The bell is a regular bell, along with it has an EMF sensor, an energy sensor on the front. So in theory, a spirit can either trigger it by touching the bell or moving their hand near the bell to trigger an energy signature. Cat balls, touch them, they twinkle. Easy. I'm setting off everything by doing what I'm doing. I have the light board. People have asked me for the light board again. And I want you guys to notice this. This is why I wanted to do this in the beginning. I set off everything there. REM pod's on. REM pod by the antenna. Anything goes near the antenna, it's going to make music and light up different colors. The light board is motion. So if I get close enough to it, the lights will start reacting. Red, white, and blue. See how my fingers are close enough. But notice as I'm doing that, it's not affecting the EMF detectors at all. So if you see these lights go up, it's not because there's something behind it that has energy. Right now, this is on. I'm triggering it, and that light's not changing colors.
That's pretty cool.
So it's not affecting. You're going to see it kind of go off a little bit because that wire's moving. Because it's motion. Yeah, so I'm just going to steady it the best I can. So this stuff that we're using, none of it is a ghost detector. We use this to measure changes around the object. We also use it as communication methods, and that if we can't see them and we can't hear them, we like to give them every option that we can for them to interact with us on any level. whether it's a bell, whether it's a cat ball, whether it's static or music on that circle or lights or cat balls. We like to give them every option to interact if if it's not possible for them to manifest and stand here and have a conversation with us. So I'm gonna
Hold this for a minute.
take
I'll go
that.
shut
She's
those
gonna turn the
lights.
lights off, and then I'm gonna read to you more about the necklace here, which is right there. These are two potentially darker ones. So
The what?
I said these are two. I didn't realize this was the serial killer one.
Yeah.
You tricked me.
I did not trick you.
All right, I'm not going to read every page of the 4 pages here. It looks like there's a lot of pages here. You can see from this folder that I'm holding.
Your light's right on it, glaring.
Well, it's a lot of.
Yeah.
And if I open it up, I can already see that there's like 4 pages in here.
There's quite a bit.
I'm not reading all that.
And just so everybody knows, on TikTok, I believe she's on Taylor. Taylor's our moderator on TikTok. So if you have any questions, she should be there to answer them for you.
All right, so I'm reading the first page and the first page only. Okay.
Okay.
Biography of Carol Edward Cole. Carol Edward Cole was born on May 9th, 1938 in Sioux City, Iowa. Oh, he grew up in a troubled household, witnessing his mother engage, oh boy, and put the kitties to bed for this one.
Inappropriate activities.
Engaged in sexual activities with other men while his father was away fighting the war, World War II. His mother would often physically abuse him to prevent him from revealing her actions to his father. This upbringing instilled a deep hatred towards women in Cole, which is probably good why you're not over here. A troubled life, Cole faced teasing in school due to his feminine name, Carol, sorry. Yeah, I'm sure you would have preferred if I called you Cole. Well, it does say Cole. Leading him to primarily use his second name, Eddie. At age 10, Cole drowned a classmate in a lake. Did you know any of this?
No, I didn't. Donna made a comment, but I can't see it. So I don't know what she's trying to say to you.
There's a pic of him in there. I'll find it. Cole drowned a classmate in a lake at the age of 10. The death was initially ruled an accident until Cole confessed to the crime many years later. After leaving school with average grades, but a high IQ of 158, wow, that's a really high IQ, Cole became a drifter, changing one troubled job for another. He struggled with alcoholism and frequently found himself behind bars various times, including theft, vagrancy, arson, and auto theft. He made several suicide attempts and was admitted to psychiatric hospitals multiple times, where he admitted to his violent fantasies of killing women. Despite being diagnosed as a psychopath, he was released as a patient with a personality disorder, and as psychopathy was considered untreatable at the time. Okay, I guess no drugs back in the early 30s, I don't know how old he was at that point. Aside from the accidental drowning mentioned earlier, Cole's first known victim was S.C. Buck, who he met at a tavern in San Diego, California, May 7th, 1971, which, we're 3 weeks away from that anniversary. He strangled her to death in his car and disposed of her body in the trunk. 2 weeks later, he killed another identified woman and buried her in a forest. July 1973, Cole married, Diana Paschal, a bartender and fellow alcoholic. Their turbulent relationship often resulted in arguments, physical fights, during which Cole would target and kill women. So after he fought with his wife,
he'd go kill.
He allegedly dismembered one of his victims and even consumed her flesh. Well, this keeps getting better. In September 1979, Cole strangled his wife, and her body was discovered 8 days later by a suspicious neighbor. However, the police mistakenly attribute her death to alcoholism, releasing Cole without charges. That must have been some shoddy police work, because usually, the marks around the neck. In 1980, Cole had remarried and was living in Las Vegas. He continued to murder 3 more women
Those
before
lights are
being
responding.
arrested for murder of his last victim. The end of Carroll Edward Cole. Arrested and charged with multiple counts of murder, Cole confessed to all of his crimes. He claimed to kill at least 14 women over a span of 9 years, often under the influence of alcohol. He was sentenced to death and executed by lethal injection December 6, 1985 in Nevada. Cole chose not to appeal his sentence.
Maybe he knew at that point. So I'm gonna say a really quick out there thing. What the heck happened?
Let me try to find a picture.
Live access removed. Somebody reported our access.
From TikTok or?
Yes. Live access removed.
Because of the subject matter.
Yep.
Oh, there goes TikTok.
Suicide in violation.
Yeah, that's probably
no,
right.
it said it could be Creeper Gallery was removed. Access to live multiple guests will be restored on April 22nd. Wow. Your access to mobile gaming will be restored on April 20th. Violation is because of suicide and self-harm. Yeah. We use those words?
We use a lot of words, so that makes sense. TikTok is very sensitive when it comes to that stuff.
I thought TikTok wasn't anymore.
Yeah.
All right. You can't hit appeal, huh?
It ain't gonna do anything.
Well, we just got kicked off.
22nd. All right, we're down to 1. So here's a picture of Carroll. What's her name? Carroll Edward Cole.
Isn't that something?
We didn't last long on TikTok. Hopefully they go to YouTube. I get it. You know, this is very, very, very disturbing subject matter. So I get it.
So how do they do? How do people do exposés and stuff on TikTok about and podcasts about those type of subjects? Oh,
they do it on YouTube, maybe, but I don't think they do it on TikTok.
Okay.
Either way, okay, this is gonna be different.
All right, let me see the comments then. I'll keep track of that. I'll give you back this.
I
don't want you to lose it.
Well, I'll never switch because I'll just bring this up on my phone.
All right.
Unless that's too small for you, and then I'll go
Not at all. I'm fine with it. I'm good. So John is just bringing up where I can at least see the comments on.
Are they going to be too small for you?
No, I'll be fine because it's close. It's too far. It's when it's on at home, it's too far away from me. Thank you. Okay, guys.
We're minutes into that.
You're just reading about him. That did it.
I get it. Like I said, some of them are really strict about it, and I get it. We should have probably, should have avoided words and used other words.
Oh, again, we're adults here, and you were just trying to read what
reported it though, which again is their right to do that, I guess. You know. All right, so I'm gonna call you Edward because I don't want to insult you if you didn't like being called by your first name, which you obviously didn't from what I'm reading. I'm just gonna call you Edward, okay? Because the last thing I want to do is anger you. Edward, this is our first time meeting. My name is John. This is Chris over here. What we do is try to speak to people who may be connected to, attached to, channeled in through things that may have belonged to them at one time or connected to them at one time. We do not mean any disrespect. We are just trying to let you say whatever you want to say. I'm sure you heard me read what was basically a summary of your life, and none of it was good. But you may have a side to tell. You may have other comments about the things that I read or things that you want to just say. We're going to give you every opportunity to do that.
My lungs are getting really tight.
So I don't, you were 1985. So you're aware of electricity, you're aware of lights, you're aware of things of that nature. These lights that look like Christmas lights around that necklace there, is that what that is? A necklace? I didn't
It's
see it.
it's a pendant necklace.
Okay. They change colors. If you were to release your energy, or if you were in that area of the room, that's why we're focused on this side. Those lights would change colors. The candles, if you touch them, the yes and the no, they'll just turn off and on. They're not real. They won't burn you. I see the dome there. These circles on either side, purple, if you touch them with your hand, like I was doing, they'll light one color at a time and they'll go all the way around. See, I have the word yes and the word no. These little twinkly balls there don't take much. They'll help you answer if you want to answer something and we can't hear you. There's a bell that you can ring with your hand. And then there's that square gray box is a light box, meaning if you were to wave your hand in front of it, just like I'm doing, or try to touch it with your finger, you're going to see like the flag, red, white, and blue colors light up depending on where you touch it. So we use these things to try to connect with you along with other things that we're going to use, just to, again, try to talk to you. I'm going to ask you if there's also a box up there that maybe if you say words, we're going to try a couple of different things. I may be able to hear you. I'm going to ask you to try to make your presence known. And if you touch that antenna, it's going to make music and lights are going to go up. Could you make your presence known by anything on, in, and around that pendant?
Pendant, yeah.
Just either try to touch it with your hand or move your hand around it, just to show me that you're there, that you're present.
Well, the saying is that it's her residual over and over again.
Who is her?
On the card up
I don't
there?
read the card. What's the name of her? Oh, Diana.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll try that. But I mean, well, so Diana, she was one of the victims, or was that his wife?
That's his wife that he killed,
Oh boy.
that he harmed.
Discovered 8 days later. Is that the one that was found 8 days later? Yeah, bartender. Okay. So Diana, again, my name is Sean. This is Chris. I guess people still believe that you're connected to or around that piece of jewelry. It sounds to me like you lived a hard life yourself and that you just so happened to marry a monster. Again, I'm reading about his life here and there's nothing good there. And I know from what I read, the way that it ended for you, and I'm really sorry about that. I really don't know if he was showing any tendencies towards that kind of behavior. I know that there was alcohol mentioned, and I'm sure, like any relationship, there was arguing and fighting. But I don't know if you knew. I guess you found out later, or maybe you didn't know that he was actually taking the frustration out on victims, other women, and hurting them and killing them. So we're gonna, again, with all due respect here, anything you want to share with us about your life, about your relationship, we're gonna, if you're willing to do that, we'd love to hear from you, because again, tragic the way your life ended, the fact that you worked at a bar and you just met this monster and that happened. So we're going to try some different things. I'm going to try, I'll use this cord. I'm going to try the obelisk first.
I'm gonna say something too, because and geared maybe, so you know how usually serial, like somebody who does this type of thing, am I can I say these things or get booted off of Facebook? And
well, I don't know what you're going to say, so how would I know
what he was? So if he was someone who harm to multiple people. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes they keep uh souvenirs, or they gift to other people. So could this necklace be,
Oh, I don't even know.
you know, where I'm going with it?
So we're gonna try a few different things here, because we can't hear you and we can't see you. It would be my hope, and everyone else's, I'm sure, as people that do this, that talk to those who have passed, that hopefully you are at peace after.
Yeah, we have all that information, Patricia. We just read all of that. It was just that it belonged to his wife, but it could have been gifted by.
Well, I don't know that. I don't want to. Again, I didn't read. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to read everything, but again, we're getting some energy signature there, so that's good. So this, yeah, yeah. So Diana, I'm going to try a few things here. We're going to try to hear your voice. First of all, again, I always ask this out of respect for any person who's been through trauma, especially at the hands of a man. If you're uncomfortable with me, yeah, well, I think you're going to have to step in here, because that's what I'm concerned about. I don't. She died such a violent death at the hands of an abusive man. I don't want to come across as.
But here's the thing that worries me is that on the card it says that this is residual.
How does anybody know that?
And that's the thing. And thank you, Patricia. I didn't realize that because the thing doesn't show me. But yeah, I'm curious too. You think that she would want to talk, because I'm getting like brutally cold.
Okay, so I'm gonna try this first, Diana. I'm gonna try this little box here in front of me. We use things that may seem strange to you. Um, this box here has 5,000 words in it, and in theory, what people believe is that those who have passed can pick the words that they want to say through the box, and they'll be said out loud through this speaker here next to me. So I'm going to give you the opportunity. We're going to try this, and then we're going to try another thing, and we're going to try a recorder to hear your actual voice, and we're going to try a few different things. Okay, so just concentrate. I know it's hard, one word at a time, but just concentrate. Okay, one word.
Back. Greek.
Did it say back?
Back. Yeah, back in Greek. I don't know what her last she had a strange last name, but it wasn't Greek. It was
Start with a P.
Pashal. P-A-S.
Does anybody know if that's a Greek name?
Oh, she lit the lights. Diana, I know again it's a little difficult, but could you think of a word? Anything you want to say to us? Our names, John, Chris, your name, something about you. It doesn't have to be related to what I read. It could just be about something you enjoyed in life. Yeah, happy memory, something, anything. You just think of one word. Again, we have a lot of information there. I could read through it, but just try to think of one word at a time. Can you do that? Really, TikTok got rid of us real quick. I'm going to try EVP because I know I'm going to jinx it, but I haven't really heard anything since we got here. Have you?
No, like I said, I'm just getting really icy cold, and my chest is just like super tight, like something squeezing at my lungs.
Chest.
Holy shit.
I told you. I'm being dead serious.
What are the freaking odds that you literally just said that and that said chest?
I'm telling you. And I'm not kidding.
Wow. Is that you? You're not doing that on purpose, right? Is she just feeling what you feel? What was that? I don't know if that was the dome or the light.
The yes light went off.
Oh, that's
when
what
you
I
asked,
saw.
is that you?
Oh, so it is you. So Diana, if you need to tap out, just give me
I just I just need a minute to go catch my breath because it's getting rougher.
I'll try to do it from where I'm sitting. I don't know how great it'll be.
You want to sit on the chair?
Do an EVP from back there.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. I got to bring the stand when I come from now on because if this ever happens, you should go outside.
It's just like getting tighter and tighter.
You should go outside. You got to remove yourself. You can't stick around it. Got to ground yourself. Okay. I'm going to try an EVP session. So Chris left. I don't know. Again, I don't believe that you would have done that on purpose. Maybe it's just something, again, the feeling that she's picking up on is whatever you are feeling or how you're feeling. I'm going to ask you questions, and I want you to try to answer just as loud and as clear as you can, if you don't mind. Okay? If that's not okay, Diana, you're pretty good at making those lights turn colors. Or you could light up this candle again. Right now, the yes candle is turned off. If you touch it again, it'll turn on, and I'll know that you're kind of manipulating that. All right, I'm going to hit the recorder. Diana, my name is John. If you're here with me, could you just please say your first name or say hello? Diana, are you okay with me speaking with you? You affected Chris. Was that something you did on purpose, or was she just feeling what you feel? So I hope you don't mind if I bring up Edward. You were married to him. Did you have any knowledge at all that he was the kind of person who was capable of doing the things that he did to those other women? You know he was executed for what he did, right? You're aware of that? Was Carol at least nice when you met him? shutting this off because I heard her just come in. Is that you?
Yeah.
Were you making noise out there? Because people were saying they heard.
No.
Huh?
No.
No? All right. I didn't get to ask that many questions. I'm just going to listen back now. Yeah, my camera's going to get a little wonky here because I'm holding with one hand and doing with the other. Is this on? All right. I'm doing the best I can here. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be tough. Diana, my name is John. If you're here with me, could you just please say your first name or say hello? Really hard to do with one hand. Hello? What the hell? Diana, are you okay with me speaking with you? You affected Chris. Was that something you did on purpose, or was she just feeling what you feel? So I hope you don't mind if I bring up Edward. You were married to him. Did you have any knowledge at all that he was the kind of person who was capable of doing the things that he did to those other did? I don't hear anything, Kathy. Did you have any bring up? So I hope you don't mind if I bring up Edward. You were married to him. Did you have any knowledge at all that he was the kind of person who was capable of doing the things that he did to those other women? See, that I heard. Sounds like a whimper yes. To those other women? You know he was executed for what he did, right? You're aware of that? Was Carol at least nice when you met him? Okay. You want to try to ask her now?
Mm-mm.
I don't think we can hear a whole lot.
Here.
Try it myself. Oh, shit. What?
Take a little swallow off of that. All right, guys, I'm back.
Ah,
It helped to go out and get some air. I actually walked across the street and got John a drink and me a drink. So
all right, let's try this. I have a headache.
did you get any reaction when I went out and left? So I'm going to talk to you from over here, Diana.
That's fine. That's all.
Yeah, I'm okay. My lungs are a little bit tight, but they're not as tight as it was right before I walked out of the room.
That chest thing was pretty damn cool. I mean, that is beyond. That is so hard to be a coincidence. It really is.
It was,
for
yeah.
that word to come out right after that.
If it happens again, I'll just remove myself permanently from the investigation. But
So I'll try again. I mean, or I'll try to turn on the spirit box really, really quick to see if I get anything.
yeah,
Hello, is anybody here? Me? Yes. What's your name?
Buddy.
It said, what was her name?
Diana.
Oh, it said Debbie. I was going to say, wow. Could you tell me? Could you tell me what happened?
Heart.
I know, I heard heart. What happened to you? Do you know? What was the man's name? What was your husband's name? Do you know what he did to those other women? Please stop. Did you hear that?
Yeah. I'm going to ask you a question. Is it like the rest of us that when we don't want to deal with something, we just don't,
Please.
I said, please.
No, please. Please again.
Did you ignore the signs?
People are evil. Evil. Is that what you think he was? You think Carol was evil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was he abusive towards you?
Deeply.
Are you in heaven now? Are you at peace? Could you say heaven if you're in heaven? So Chris was talking about her chest hurting. Is that how you?
Victim.
Is that how you felt? Chris.
Tight one. Tight.
It's Chris again.
Breathing.
I think it's a Chris talk.
Do you want me to ask you questions, Diana? Do you again? Oh, I saw something light up over there. I don't know what it was. Yes. Were you awake when he did this to you? No. He did it to you in your sleep? Was that a gift? That pendant a gift to you? Neck. I'm going to ask you one more time, Diana, because I know it takes a lot of energy to do this. That pendant necklace, was that a gift to you from Carol?
It's like you're kind of dead.
Yeah, I do too. Was this one of the victims?
Did you call him Carol? Cole? What did you call him?
Did you call him Eddie?
I don't know. I'll try one more EVP. That's a tough one. Again, and handling this object, I don't know if it'll make any more of a difference. I mean, I could try. Oh, I'm just gonna hold on to it for a second while we ask some questions. Okay. All right.
Did you try your Paratech?
Just gonna grab onto it. Put it right over here. Okay. I do this sometimes when, again, the objects are all the way over there away from us. Sometimes when I put them down here, that's a little different. So I'm going to hold this in one hand and get a better look at it. You need to leave.
Yeah, I'm okay right now. I'm going to try to tough it out.
You're going to blame me for whatever happens to
No,
you. So
I'm going to try to tough this out.
If you need to step out. So here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to put the recorder right next to the pendant, and we're going to ask some more questions, okay? And again, I want you to try to just, about as clear as you can, just try to answer, okay? Again, I'm not going to go through all the pages here because that first page is brutal enough, and there's this picture, and I don't want to add any more. Okay, here's the brief history of Diana Fay. I'm going to read this while I'm running the recorder, okay? Just to see if I get any, and I'll put this on top of it, okay? Is this one of the victims? She was married to Charles O. Pascal, September 1st, and she died San Diego, at the age of 35 and was buried in Holy Cross Cemetery. Who is Diana Fay? Hedda Cole. Well, that was her maiden name, Diana Fay Younglove. But then it says her spouse was. This doesn't make any sense.
There's nothing. Did you read the top of it? Are the victims listed? Yeah, Taylor, we got booted off because of the subject matter.
So she married Edward. It says spouse.
Was she married more than once?
So she married Charles Pascal before she married
Carol.
27 July 1973. Oh yeah, 67. Okay, yeah, she did. Okay, that's where she got. Okay, got it. And she kept his last name. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to run the recorder. Brief life history of Diana Fay. When Diana Fay Younglove was born on 31st of March 1944 in Wyoming, United States, her father, Lloyd Fred Younglove, was 29. Their mother, Julia Marie Bohan, was 23. She married.
Why are you here?
She married Charles O. Peschel in September of 67, San Diego, California. She lived in Salt Lake City, Utah. She died on the 26th of September, 1979 in San Diego at the age of 35. She was buried in Holy Cross Catholic Cemetery. And yeah, that was her second marriage to Carol Edward Cole. I have the name of your parents and your siblings. Could you please tell me one of the names of your siblings? I also have the name of your parents. What is your mother or father's first name? How long were you married to Carol?
That's upstairs.
There we go again. Boy, things were nice and peaceful for 20 minutes there.
Yeah, just so you guys know that stomping of the foot was
I'm
upstairs.
just going through more of the stuff I see here. So her siblings' name were Barbara Jean, Jack Lloyd. These are all young loves, and she was Diana Faye. Her parents were Lloyd and Julia. And then we have the whole long story of Carol Cole. So I'm gonna listen back to this. I'd like to do an EVP session to see if Carol would be present at all somehow, but that's may not be possible. Let's see what we get. Brief life history of Diana Faye. When Diana Faye Younglove was born on 31st of March, 1944 in Wyoming, United States, her father, Lloyd Fred Younglove, was 29. Her mother, Julia Marie Bohan, was 23. She married. Why are you here?
What?
She married Charles
Go back.
Peschel. Charles O was 23. She married. Why are you here?
Right there.
She married. Why are you here? Why are you here? Here. Why are you here? She married. Are you here? But I'm dying. She married. You here? She married. I'm fine or I'm dying. She married Charles O. Peschel in September of 67, San Diego, California. She lived in Salt Lake City, Utah. She died on the 26th of September, 1979 in San Diego at the age of 35. 1979 in San Diego at the age of 35. At the age of 35, Diego. At the age of 35, San Diego. At the age of 35. At the age of 35, she was at Diego.
Sounds like Carol.
At the age of 35, she was buried in Holy Cross Catholic Cemetery. You think so?
Yeah, it sounds like Carol.
And yeah, that was her second marriage to Carol Edward Cole. I have the name of your parents and your siblings. Could you please tell me one of the names of your siblings? also have the name of your parents. What is your mother or father's first name? First name. Mother's first name. She says her mother or father's first name. I heard Diana. Mother's first name. I heard Diana. Mother's first name. I heard Diana. First name.
Diana.
I heard Julia. What is your mother or father's first name? Yeah, I heard Diana. I don't hear her parents' name.
I can't talk.
I'm sorry to hear that. We're trying. Yeah, her mother's name was Julia, and her father's name was Lloyd. I heard Diana.
Come outside.
What was that?
Help. Help. What?
Yeah. It's like almost like she's like groaning and then help. Holy cow.
She said her name. She didn't say her mom's name. She said her name, which is really strange.
Well, maybe she wants to make it clear that who you're speaking to. Do you think that Carol's coming out too?
I don't even want to go that way.
Well,
I've done that.
Living room.
I'm saying a really weird words. Living room, outside.
Where did she die?
Come outside.
Oh my
God! I'm wondering
gosh.
if this is, like she said, residual. I wonder if this is a playback of
what happened.
Yeah, the one because I'm getting really cold.
So it is 8:00. I don't know if you want to continue.
So are we? Maybe this is residual. I mean, we heard Diana.
Did Diana have children?
It doesn't say.
No, there's nothing of children.
So you said come outside. What was the other one?
Living room.
Living room. Is this a residual thing? Or, I mean, again, a residual is not going to answer me, but are we painting a picture here? You're in the living room. He says, come outside.
She told me.
Somebody told you? Somebody tell you kind of the stuff that he was doing or that he had done?
Maybe that's why he had
the fact that he had a violent nature. Was somebody telling
What if
you?
she did find out what he did and that's why?
I'm just saying, maybe somebody just kind of clued her in that he's, I mean, she had to have known. They were both drinkers.
Some people bury their head in the sand when they don't.
Yeah, people drink it.
Closet.
It was in the closet, right? You didn't know.
I don't know if that's it, but maybe.
Maybe. I'm not saying it's it, but you can't rule things out.
Yeah, but I'm not going to
listen. I'm not shoehorning in, but what I'm saying is sometimes even the most obvious thing that's in front of you, such as a cheating spouse, you ignore it because to acknowledge it and put it out there will destroy your life, and that's not what you want. And sometimes people don't like facing the truth.
Well, again, is that a possibility? Sure. Like
she was found in a closet in a blanket.
Are you shitting me?
Nope.
Who said that?
Patricia said it's on the stuff.
Are you shitting me?
Wow. We didn't know that, Patricia. Her body was found. Donna Marion said her body was found in the closet.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So somebody's relaying this information.
Wow. We've definitely tapped in. See, this is what I'm talking about. When people talk about,
and sometimes when you throw out theories, they'll give you the answer when it's not right.
When people talk about spirits being able to manipulate different things, I think spirits can manipulate pretty much anything because people look at them as living and they're not. But that is not a coincidence. Chest
not a coincidence.
Not a coincidence. She's answering the way that she can. Diana on here, closet. Come outside, living room. That was probably a whole bunch of crap going down.
Maybe he lured her out and that happened and like, who knew?
And she told me Something about she told me is part of the puzzle here. So if that's what you're using, we're fine with that, Diana. Did somebody come over that day before, week before, and tell you stuff about Carol that you didn't know? Something he had done, or what he was accused of, or something from his childhood? I mean, we were reading all that information. Were you aware that he drowned somebody when he was young? That he was in a institution? Damn, that was pretty damn good.
He had to have been. If he was in an institution where he suffered all of those things, and they said they couldn't cure him, and they just released him out there, I can't even imagine what the marriage.
Found in a closet?
Yeah, rolled up in a blanket.
What are the odds that would have come through?
I know.
There's not 1 in a million.
But did you see what happened? Even when you throw out there live and you speculate, even if it's not right, they might correct you and give you the actual facts. Whoever it was that spoke, whether it's her, corrected me to let me know it was in the closet. You know?
We were talking about outside. What happened? Did it happen
But I was saying
outside?
maybe
Did
it was
happen
kept in the
living room?
closet. It was kept, like a secret or whatever. But I was, and then I love that when you do this, these are the things that can happen.
Wow, that was pretty darn cool. I'm gonna try something and give you just an opportunity here before we stop here, Diana, because we do thank you for trying to come through and at least tell us something about what had occurred. I'm going to put this back up here, okay? Again, I would never put this over with the picture of Carol.
How is your head?
Huh?
How's your head?
That's fine.
Because my throat is hurting right now. My chest is a bit tight.
So you got a bell behind the pendant, and you've got these little tiny touch. See that? They twinkle. Not hard to turn on, although that one seems to roll away on me all the time. I probably did that. Again, the only answers we're getting is through that box up there, which is fine. If you want to keep doing that, wasn't me. Keep doing that.
You did get some pretty good EVPs there.
Yeah. So we're gonna say thank you, and again, I'm very, very sorry for how your life ended.
Just for giggles, could you try the Paratech and just see if she could manipulate that box?
I just want to put this back over there. Yeah, but again, they're not going to hear it. I'm just going to read it. Diana, is there anything you want to say? This box could say more than one word. This could say 2 or 3 or a sentence. We hear you coming through that box. Could you try this one that I'm holding in my hand right here? Think, and then talk. It just said, still here. What else? Could you try it again? I'm going to put it right by the pendant that belonged to you. Just think really hard about what you want to say. We're going to stop speaking with you in a minute, but this is just one more chance to try to. I am a woman.
Wow. And you put it right up to her pendant.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was a pendant
Could you tell us something again related to Carol or you, or what happened that night that you were starting to tell us? You mentioned the closet. Anything else that you could give us as far as what you remember? Okay. Could you tell us, please? That was just an okay. Anything else you could share with us about what you remember about that night or leading up to that night or whatever she told you, something related to that. Is there anything you could kind of share to kind of fill in the gaps for us? Are you done? It seems that way. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, the chess thing, again, that's equivalent to the what happened at Centenary University with the child saying, "Give me that," and his name, and what happened at Camp Evans with the REM pod back and forth.
Yeah.
That chest and that closet with the fact that is, I mean, you can't make that stuff up.
That was
And
unbelievable
it's
in
not
itself.
bang zoom in your face, like, and you were affected a little bit. I mean, I would have loved to have got more EVPs, and we probably could have if
Yeah.
and come home. But that was
I
pretty.
thought those EVPs were pretty impressive. Oh, yeah.
So we're going to say good night to you, Diana. And I pray that you are resting in peace with your siblings, if they're with you, and your parents, and that you're happy and that he is somewhere where he should be after being executed. Okay? Thank you again.
Wow. Well, believe it or not.
I didn't realize that. I thought we were doing one good one and one.
Yeah, I thought so too. Because I read that card, I didn't realize the other, and then I'm glad Donna said. Yeah, that's why I'm really here. That's got to go back in here, though. That's got to go back in the. That's got to go back right in here.
That was supposed to be the easy one, and you ambushed me.
I had no idea because I'm glad that Donna said, "Hey, there's more information there," because I would have sat down and started with her, and that would have knocked me for a loop. Now the next one is a really, really bad one. So
let me get by you for one. I need a flashlight. Where's my basket?
It's right out to the side. The only sucky thing is I can't read what it says over on YouTube. Because I said you asked if it was a Greek name, and then there's something else scrolling. I can't see it, so I'll have to see it later.
About that right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to figure out the StreamYard thing another time. I want to turn on. So now we have treasure chest.
Treasure chest. I'll bring it over by. I'm actually gonna, when John's done setting up, I'm gonna give him the phone so that he can show you.
Oh, there's something in there. Why don't you tell me that?
What?
There's something in there.
I told you. It's a photo tin of her.
Oh, this is a photo?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should take that out, huh?
We can't either, Liz. We're looking forward to that too.
What?
Investigating in May at the Camp Evans. Which actually, there's a couple more tickets left if anybody's interested in. Huh?
Only two.
Only 2 tickets left to the
Don't bleed.
May 3rd at Camp Evans with John Zaffis, his haunted objects, and the paranormal couple Cody and Satori with their haunted objects. And
Closet.
Holy shit, again with the closet. Have you ever heard that thing say closet?
Never.
Ever.
No.
Ever. I mean, ever. I've never heard that say closet.
So May 3rd, we've got 2 more tickets for that if anybody would like to attend. We're going to be investigating some of each of their haunted objects and then going through the buildings, which is very haunted with them.
All right. Julia and Kate, 1879. In 1870, Julia Martha Thomas, a former school teacher, oh, here we go again, was murdered by her servant, Kate Webster, when she cut her throat. This is not a night for the faint of heart. Julia was widowed twice and lived alone in Richmond, London. Webster was born Kate Lawler in 1849 and was imprisoned for larceny in 1864 when she was 15 years old. So she had a criminal history. January 29th, 1879, she went to work for Julia. Webster was convicted of Thomas's murder and was executed in 1879. 2 executions. You ever heard that? This is a dark piece. Both women are still attached to these items, and it's said they keep reliving the crime in the afterlife. They can't escape from their final days. Screaming has been heard, as well as furniture moving and falling over.
Wonderful. Do you want to show them?
Is this open?
Yes. And this is
I'm assuming that's
the murder victim. Yes?
Yeah. Assuming that's Julia. Why would it be Kate?
And do you want to show them the
box?
Yeah. There's a very ornate box. It closes and it's rounded on the top. We'll show you guys after one more. Oh, you got stuff in that box. God love you.
God love me for having stuff in the box.
Sad.
Okay. So let me explain to you, Julia and Kate, because from what I read, you both might be here. My name is John. This is Chris. And you may have heard us talking to Diana. What we do is try to talk to people who are connected to or attached to or channeled in through things that belong to them. In this case, Julia's picture, and I'm assuming her box there.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I don't know, again, if you're talking to Chris, this may
Yeah,
still
my
be
lungs are
Diana.
still tight.
Diana, she might be concerned. She said closet again. But we're going to use modern things, these things that illuminate and glow. You just have to wave your hand around them or touch them and they change colors like the rainbow in the sky. Same thing with these circles. See how that changes colors with me touching it? Doesn't hurt me, won't hurt you. This is a music maker. Just by moving your fingers like magic. These little twinkly balls, you just tap them with your finger. And I wrote the word yes and no. So you can try to answer. Your picture's right there. That candle and that candle aren't real. They're fake. If you touch them, they will stop illuminating. And then if you touch them again, they'll illuminate again and glow. Those aren't real fires. They won't hurt you. And this is just, again, something looks magical, but it's not. I'm making that illuminate and turn different colors just by moving my fingers. I'm not a magician or anything. It's just, this is modern. You can see it moving because it's swinging. So, where's the bell? All right, take the bell.
So he has the bell on the box, a REM pod in the box, and a static drum in the box.
You want to go?
No, I'm not touching that. You're nuts.
I mean, geez, Louise.
Not, you know. This is, she flat out said this one's a dark one. I'm not messing with it. Donna.
She was kidding with you.
Yeah.
All righty. Tell you what, I am gonna I'm going to hold on to your picture here. We're talking about psychometry tomorrow, so I'm going to hold on to her picture while I talk openly about what happened. So Julia was a school teacher, and she was murdered by Kate. Kate was, I guess, troubled from the time she was young. Thomas was small, well-dressed lady, about 54 years old. Thomas was a small, well-dressed lady, about 55 years old, with an excitable temperament. She was also regarded as very eccentric. I guess this is Julia Thomas. Yeah, Julia Martha Thomas. Okay. So Julia, okay, we see the lights. So Julia, if you're here, there are things that we have, again, all around the box, which is a very nice box, by the way. People, you can't really see the detail, but it's a nice chest.
They're asking if there's anything within that box.
Just the picture.
Just the tin frame that he's holding in his hand of the victim.
Yeah, of Julia Martha Thomas. So Julia, if you're here, again, you heard us talking to Diana. I'm very sorry to hear that your life ended the way that it did. Yeah, tragic, a shame.
Run.
Run.
It's amazing how one decision.
I'm not sure how.
Okay, we're going to try lots of different things to talk to you. Okay. It's amazing how one decision in your life could affect you in such a horrible way. You know, here you just look to hire somebody. Kate was a servant, and that decision to bring her on as a servant led to your death in a horrific way by slitting your throat. I'm not sure if you were, it doesn't say if you were married. It doesn't say if you had any children. But we're going to try to talk to both of you. Kate, if you're here, maybe there's a story. I see the lights. Maybe there's a story there as well. I'm not going to, I didn't know either of you. So I don't know if Julia was good to you. I don't know if there were issues between the two of
Only
you.
for you.
Okay. I don't know the story there either. So we're going to give you the opportunity to say whatever you want
So
to
she
say.
was a teacher?
Julia was. So we're going to try to talk to both of you, and whoever wants to answer and come through can do that. Again, from what I'm reading, there is screaming that can be heard around these objects, along with furniture moving, and
Maybe a struggle.
Yeah, that takes.
I want to leave.
I'm going to put that up there. That takes substantial amount of energy to move things, especially. So we would like to see that, and we would like to know what that is about, what's causing that. If there's anything you can move up there or here, there's plenty of furniture and things around us. Knock things over, move things. We would love to see that. But we'd also like to find out the reason why this is happening. Is this still.
Listen to me.
Boy, talking away. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening. What do you have to say about what I've read here?
I think you should do an EVP.
Any chance you could ring that bell? It's a simple bell. And everything I put in that box is just going to make noise and have different lights, different color. I'll take it out of there if you want me to. Would you rather me put the picture back? Kind of funny how not one cat ball, nothing has gone. I'm going to grab the recorder. Sorry.
You okay?
Yes,
John, that your Coke Zero's right there that I got you.
my right eye. No,
My-
it's my right eye. Okay. Um, let's try. I'm going to try to put this right up there by your picture, okay? So that hopefully we can hear either of you if you want to talk and answer our questions. This is called a recorder, and I know either of you probably have never seen the likes of this before. This can actually, it's a modern piece of technology that actually can record your voice. We'll hear it. We won't hear it if you're speaking right now, but we'll be able to hear it through this box right here. So just try to answer either of you as loud as you can, as clear as you can. All right, I'm putting it right up here by your picture. Julia or Kate, if either of you are here right now and you can hear me, could you please say either of your name? Who's ever here, say your name. So Julia, on the day that the murder occurred, was there a big fight, an argument between the two of you, a disagreement? Kate, were you mistreated by Julia? Do you think you were mistreated by her and you got fed up? Um, I'm reading here that they can't escape from their final days. Was there, again, something ongoing over the course of 2 or 3 or more days that was between you two that came to a head on that one fateful day? Kate, how old were you when this happened? Julia, what was your job? What did you do? What was your profession? So it says here that Kate was in prison for larceny in 1864. Julia, did you catch her stealing from you? Let's see what we got. This one's going to be a bit of a headache. Starting to lose a little bit of concentration, which happens with the darker stuff usually.
Goodbye.
Yeah. All right, I'm putting it right up here by your picture. Is that, it's Kate?
Oh.
Is that, it's Kate?
Sounds like it's Kate.
It's Kate.
You guys hear that?
It's really fast.
It's Kate.
It's Kate. That's what I hear. Julia. That's what I hear.
I hear it's
Julia or Kate. If either of you are here right now and you can hear me, could you please say either of your name? Who's ever here, say your name.
John, I heard something there.
You did?
I did. Go back to when you asked the question.
How far? Please, and you can hear me. Could you please say either of your name? Who's ever here, say your name.
What's that? It's in between the walks.
Mm-hmm. So, Julia, on the day that the murder occurred. So, Julia, on the day that the murder occurred, the murder occurred, was there a big fight, an argument between the two of you, a disagreement? Kate, were you mistreated by Julia? Do you think you were mistreated by her? And you got fed up? And you got fed up? That's pretty clear. And you got fed up? So Kate said, oh, how?
Yeah.
So
Hell.
Kate, hell?
I see you.
So Kate said her name and then said she got fed up.
And said hell, and I
And then
see
she
you.
said, hell, I see you. I'm reading here that they can't escape from their final days. Was there, again, something ongoing? I remember. Over the course of 2 or 3 or more days that was between you two, that course of 2 or 3 or more days that was between you two days that was between you two, 2 or 3 or more days that was between you two, 2 or 3 or more days that was between you two, 3 or more days that was between you two that came to a head on that one fateful day. She's a mean one. This is more Kate than Julia. Like, how old were you when this happened?
Father.
What?
Julia, what was your job? What did you do? What was your profession?
Do you feel the ice cold air?
So it says here that Kate was in prison for larceny in 1864. Julia, did you catch her stealing from you? Julia. Julia. She says, Kate, turn around. Right before I talk, Kate, turn around. Hear it?
Yeah.
Right before I said,
Real quick, low. Kate, turn around.
Kate, turn around.
So they want to know if you'll do an Estes method.
I know you want to wrap up and you're tired. This is
No.
pushing me along.
No. They asked if you would do one. I didn't say you had to do it this minute.
I think this is Kate. That's what I think. I think Kate's the more powerful of the two. Or the
Well, they said they were both mean in their own ways.
But I think Kate's the one here.
Oh, she made herself clear to you. It's ice frigid cold. And I mean, and when I stand closer to you, the colder it is. My chest isn't squeezed like it was from the last one.
I did the last time.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
What?
My lungs are not squeezed like they were the last time. Like with the last piece that we did. Kathy said that Kate's a psycho. I don't know if I want to use that word with her and get her mad.
He's so far up. All right, Kate, I'm going to give you a chance here. I'll put stuff on the floor here. I don't have it up on the thing there. I'll turn this light off too. Put it more on the side. All right, Kate, I got a feeling it's you who's the more, I don't want to say powerful, but the more present spirit.
Yeah, turn that light away the other way because you're flashing it right this way. Over by your foot. There you go.
More present at the time. I'm going to give you a chance. So there is the victim. That's Julia.
Revolting.
Oh.
I told you.
Wow.
Did I tell you or did I tell you that I was
did.
picking up on that animosity right off the bat?
Wow.
Wow. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I don't know the relationship. I don't know how well you were treated, Kate. I don't know if you were just a troubled person. And obviously you cut someone's throat. So people would say that maybe you were the revolting one here and not Julia. I mean, you cut somebody's throat. I mean, there's nothing worse that you could do than that. So if you were talked down to, mistreated, I get it. You know, no one should be treat it that way. But killing someone, no, not the answer. So there's your victim, Julia.
Yeah, you should have just quit your job or walked away.
Julia Martha Thomas, a former school teacher. She was widowed twice and lived in Richmond, London. So she lost two husbands.
They said that she did more than cut her throat. That it was really bad.
So it said that she was widowed twice. She was a small woman, well dressed, 54 years old, with an excitable temperament, which again, when you're eccentric and excitable.
But excitable temper.
Yeah, but sometimes that weighs on people and they get to be a little.
Yeah, but what does that mean, excitable temper? Like, yeah, are they screaming at you? Are they?
That can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. But we're going to do another session where we can hear your voice because you did pretty well the first time by saying it's Kate and Kate turn around or something you said. So I put this stuff down here, the little twinkly ball, the candles. Again, look, not burning me. That's not real fire. I know that's hard to understand.
No.
This bell behind me, easy to tap. I'm going to give you every opportunity, Kate or Julia. I think Kate is more of the one here now. I'll go Paratech first before we do that and Ovilus. All right, Kate. One word at a time, couple of words at a time. They may come through this little strange, what seems magic box to you. Just think really hard and say it out loud and watch what happens. It's rather nice. Is this Julia? Am I getting Julia now? Tell me something, either one of you, that is relatable to you. And again, from what we hear, these days play out over and over and over, screaming, furniture moving. What is going on? The lights. These lights, those lights, they bother you? Nothing here is going to hurt you. Oh, I feel nauseous all of a sudden. Wow, that was weird. That was weird. My stomach just turned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I like about poking the bear. You never know. I'm going to do the S-Day in about 2 minutes. I'm just going to try. I'll try the Ovilus, and then I want to do one more EVP because you know me. When they answer,
yeah, you should go with it.
I'm all about keeping going just to see what I can get, but we'll try.
Which means you guys need to get some questions together that you would like me to ask during the S-Days.
I'm going to try this on phonics mode too. I haven't done that in a while. Kate, if you're here, could you say your name? Or Julia? You called Julia revolting. Why did you do that? Did she abuse you, mistreat you? Work you really hard?
How long did you work for her? Was it a long time?
Now, again, this is on phonics mode, so these aren't words in here now.
No, you're trying to find.
They're sounds. So I'm just trying to tap in to see if she could use this. Just try really, really hard, Kate. Kate, I think you have the most energy here. I'm going to pick up the picture of Julia again. She said something about the lights again. That's the light out for. And as soon as I picked up the picture, she started talking. So I'm lighting up the picture of Julia Martha Thomas right here. Nice dress. Again, she looks like a school teacher. What happened? Tell me, Kate. Talk to me. What happened? No? Nothing to say for yourself? Julia? Do you want to say anything? All right. Let's try.
Other than the fact that it gets ice cold. Ice cold.
What are you trying to say? You what? What did you do to Julie? Hate her hair? What caused whatever you did? Was it
That
an
sounded
argument?
like you weren't there. Like, don't
Really?
judge me. You weren't there.
Bingo. How many times has the bell gone off?
Is that what you were trying to tell John? Like you weren't there?
I wasn't there when it happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it had. What? I didn't get that. Did she start whatever the altercation was? Did Julia do something? Was she the catalyst?
Did she threaten you? Turning you in, or
It's weird.
did she turn against you? Was she was there a jealousy thing? Anger? Hatred?
It's weird.
Yeah, that was like real quick. It was like you weren't there. Like, don't judge. You weren't there. I mean, back in the day, if you worked for someone, they could be as abusive as they wanted to, and there was nothing you could do if you wanted to keep your job.
Do you regret what you did? Any regrets? I didn't get it.
Well, don't just shut that off yet. Help her. Her. It was like help her, whatever. Something changed. But here's the thing, John. Back in the day, sometimes the servants or people who were young had to steal in order to eat and to survive. Things weren't like what they are today.
All right, this is different. This is only one word at a time before we try to hear your voice.
Slight line.
Slight line? Is that what that said?
Mm-hmm.
Slight blind.
Slight blind?
Tone.
I don't know. I'm trying EVP.
Shot. Several.
Shot several.
That might be the one before, maybe. The serial guy.
So Kathy said Kate was from Ireland and Julia was English.
Yeah, they didn't particularly care for each other.
And the Irish were servants. A lot of them, yeah, they were indentured servants during that time.
We're hitting on something finally, huh?
Yeah, we are. Oh, that's a good question, Anne. Did Julia cut your hair? No. Because she keeps saying hair.
Is that what happened? Did she kind of force, because she was eccentric. So did she kind of force you to look like the way she looked? And
Or I have no idea what Kate looked like. Was Kate maybe younger and prettier and maybe?
But they said Julia was eccentric. So Julia may not, again, in theory, like the way that Kate dressed or looked because she was a servant, carried herself, and, who knows? And maybe she kind of got on her about that. I don't know. And school teachers are pretty
Oh,
strict.
sometimes they cut their hair too as punishment.
I'm going to try this. I'm going to put the recorder right back up here again. This is me moving it around until I have it set. It is set now. Kate, it is funny how the one word that you used when I showed you the picture of Julia was revolting. Why would you have used that word to describe her? You may have heard us discussing just now that because Julia was English and you were Irish, that maybe there was a culture conflict there, and that maybe Julia was a little hard on you, or you thought she was, and maybe she cut your hair. Did she cut your hair at one time and you didn't appreciate that? Had you ever hurt anyone before, Kate? Were you kind of a person with a temper, a violent person?
I'm wondering if you finally snapped after so much abuse.
Now, Julia, we're going to let you say whatever you want to say as well. I mean, we just don't want to fixate and focus on Kate here. You were the one who was murdered tragically. Is there anything that you want to say about what we're talking about or about yourself? Please say it now. Was that like two bells for no? Are we doing one bell for yes, two bells for no? Somebody said it's Kate, and they said, Kate, turn around. Um, Kate, are you the one who is doing all the screaming and moving the furniture? Julie, are you happy that Kate was executed for what she had done? You feel that was justice? Julie, do you feel like you treated Kate fair? That you were nice to her? Do you feel like you two are kind of bound together through eternity because of this tragedy that happened? This heartless, worthless act? Maybe Julia was coming at you, Kate. Was that true? Did she initiate this whole physical altercation? Like that bell, ding, ding, ding. I should have had you ask more questions because it seemed like you were getting the bell digging at least. Maybe you could ask something. One bell for yes, two bells for no, and ask a question.
Julia, if you could ring the bell once for me.
One for yes, two for no.
So what I'm going to ask is, did Kate attack you without provocation? Did you have a chance to defend yourself? Was Kate always aggressive toward you?
How are you?
Kate, I'm going to ask you, did you purposely go after Julia? Or Julie? Is Julia or Julie? Julia?
Julia.
Julie? Did you purposely go after Julie?
Ask her if she planned the murder.
Did you plan to harm Kate? I mean, to harm Julie?
Was that something you had been plotting and planning for a long
Lights.
time, Kate? Because you were fed up? All right. Listen to
I wonder if
I'm going to put it right back up here again. This is me moving it around until I have it set. It's set now. Kate, Kate, it's set now. Kate, Kate. It is funny how the one word that you used when I showed you the picture of Julia was revolting. Why would you have used that word to describe her? You may have heard us. A little tiny whimper in the background. Right there.
yeah.
You may have heard us discussing just now that because Julia was English and you were Irish, that maybe there was a culture conflict there, and that maybe Julia was a little hard on you, or you thought she was, and maybe she cut your hair. Did she cut your hair at one time and you didn't appreciate that? At one time and you didn't appreciate that?
She did?
Get that? Get that? That.
The flash on fire.
I don't know. It's really low. Appreciate that? Really low. Oh, she's using the bell like crazy. Are you answering now as I'm asking? Had you ever hurt anyone before, Kate? Were you, had you ever hurt anyone before, Kate? Were you, Kate? Were you, anyone before, Kate? Were you, do you hear yeah, or is it me? Were you, like in the had you ever hurt anyone before, Kate? Were you, anyone before, Kate? Were you,
Yeah.
anyone before,
But it's,
Kate?
yeah, like you said, it's far away.
Were you, had you ever hurt anyone before, Kate? Were you, really low. Kind of a person with a temper? A violent person?
I'm wondering if you finally snapped after some abuse.
Now, Julia, we're going to let you say whatever you want to say as well. I mean, you
See
just
all
so
that?
fixated and focused on Kate here. You were the one who was murdered tragically. Is there anything that you want to say about what we're talking about or about yourself? Please say it now.
There seem to be voices underneath that bell.
I Was that like 2 bells for no? Are we doing 1 bell for yes, 2 bells for no? Somebody said it's Kate, and they said, Kate, turn around. Kate, are you the one who is doing all the screaming and moving the furniture? So are you happy that Kate was executed for what she had done? You feel that was justice? Julie, do you feel like you treated Kate fair? That you were nice to her? Nothing from Julia whatsoever, which is really strange. I don't really know from Kate. All right, I'll put yes there in 1 second. I just want to run this really quick.
It is 9 o'clock, so you know.
I hear you. Thank you. So it was 9 o'clock? Anybody here? Julia? Kate? Say your name. Kate, please say your name if you're here. Reported. Good job. Kate, can you hear me? Did you ambush Julia? Once. One moment. Did she mistreat you? Did she abuse you, mistreat you?
They said what you did to Julie was really horrific and disgusting. Was that your true nature? Or did you snap?
No, nothing.
Mm-mm.
Crystal's tired, everyone, so I have to wrap up.
No, you don't.
This is the Crystal tired. You want to do this? You want me to do it?
Yeah, I guess I can try it.
You sure?
Yeah. I mean, she seemed to respond when I was asking, so maybe she'll speak to me in my ear. You know me, if it gets dark, I'll bail. That sounded like you said it's hurt.
I heard it said she's hurt. Put this there. Move that out of the way.
Okay.
Move this over towards me so I can see it. Guess I need to turn it back on. You want to hold the picture in the box?
I'll hold the picture.
You really are just.
I think I'm being pretty
Oh yeah. Okay.
attempting it.
Oh yeah. All right.
You want me to hold the
No,
box too?
just hold the picture. Maybe go down the street if you want to.
Goodness.
Maybe I'll FaceTime with you and you can do it that way.
Don't humor.
What was that?
Ooh, it's cold here. Really cold.
Nine o'clock.
How do you feel?
Okay. Now we're talking to. Oh, we're talking to Kate. Kate first. Kate, anything you want to tell us? Anything?
Angry.
You're angry? Okay. Would you care to?
Janet,
Would you care to?
Leave.
Would you care to explain your actions?
Dead.
Okay. Would you care to explain what happened that day? Could you give us
What?
any information of what happened that day?
What?
What happened that day?
You.
Why was that day different than all the others? What happened that day?
Hurt me.
She hurt you? What did she do to you to hurt you?
That's it.
How did she hurt you? What did she do to you? What did you do to Julia's body? What did you do to her after you slit her throat? I saw the lights.
She deserved it.
She deserved it. And the bell. I'm wondering what.
Stop that.
So we're doing another play out of the events that happened. That's what the card says? They kind of go through the days of events. I'm guessing big fight happened for days on end.
Truth.
And she wouldn't let up. Is that what happened? You think Julia just wouldn't let up?
Dead.
And she's dead.
I was.
You were
More.
fed up.
Mean.
Maybe Julia doesn't think she was that mean. I don't think whatever she did.
Crazy.
You think she was crazy? Do you think?
Leave her.
Why didn't you just leave the house and just not come back? It was your job. Okay, well, you could have left that job and gone to another job. You could have been a servant other places. Was that not possible to do back then?
Evil. Oh my God, that was so clear.
Julia, I would love to hear from you because Kate seems to be kind of,
Answered.
Kate seems to be dominating the whole discussion here. Would you like to tell your side? Because she's not, yeah, good. She's not painting a pretty picture of you. And I'd like to hear from you, Julia, if that's possible.
Eyes? She pierced eyes?
So, Julie, we're hearing that what Kate did to Julia's body was disgusting. What did you do to her? Kate, what did you do to her? We know we have ways of checking, believe it or not. You must have really hated her to do what the things that people are kind of alluding to.
I will. Frightened.
Julia, are you here?
Evil.
Julia, please.
Lower.
Julia, please, if you're here, could you please make your presence known? Are you afraid of? Oh boy, I don't know what that's about. You just laughed and then you stopped.
That's the laugh that came through.
You are a whack job.
You should do this.
So Kate was pretty evil. They're describing, I don't know. They're saying Kate did something to her body that was pretty
did she say
horrific.
She said something about piercing eyes? Did she do that?
Piercing eyes. Anybody want to give me a clue what she, well, maybe we shouldn't because we get in trouble terms of service.
Maybe after we get done with this.
You want me to give it a go?
I think so.
Well, I'm going to hold the box and the picture.
Okay, that's your. She's
Yeah, but she seems to really talk to you because I asked her why she couldn't leave and she said it was her job. And then people were saying you had to get a recommendation to be a servant for somebody else. And then the bell just rang.
You do. It's a whole different
So
world.
she felt like she was
You had to
stuck.
have references.
Donna said she cut her into pieces. Holy crap. Yeah, that's not good.
I get the feeling of intense anger and like somebody who just completely lost their mind, like a big breakdown.
The problem with any of this is that was Kate just a sociopath? Or did she have sociopath tendencies
or was she victimized
Julia
so much
and
that
Julia
she
pushed
finally
her?
snapped?
Yeah, I mean God, they found her head in 2010. Get out of here. What? That long?
Oh my God.
I don't know if I need to do this. I think you kind of did it justice. I don't know if I'm going to get anything.
My head hurts.
I know the bell's still going. Would you like I kept boiled her remains. Oh my Lord.
Oh, you're going to make me vomit.
Donna said yes her whole life. That Kate was a sociopath, pretty much. I don't know if I'm going to get anything trying because I'm a guy and I don't know if it's worth me doing. Anybody think I should do this or you think we should just wrap it up? I mean, I think Chris had a pretty good session. What do you think, guys? Kate's husband and kids died as well. Oh my God. Found her head during an excavation at her building site. Oh my jeez Louise. Ay, ay, ay. All right, so let me know because we're going to wrap up. Yes, Kimura Carr says, yes, do it. Anybody else? Patricia says it's a wrap. There go the lights. Yeah, I think it's a wrap. I think Laureen says I should try.
10.
Kathy said I should try. Ann said I should try. All right, really quick.
Did you say they found it in 2010? Because I just said 10.
Yeah, you're right. It did say 10. pretend you're a cop and interrogate her.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
yeah, you do that, Chris, and see what happens to me. Watch my soda. Alrighty, I'm coming. So feel free to say whatever you want to say to me because I'm taking the box and everything.
Nah, that would have been too connecting with that energy. That's why I didn't want to touch the box. Yeah, he's gonna try it real quick, guys. It's gonna be a quick one.
Where's the picture? Son of a lace box.
You're gonna have to keep that near you because I don't know how to work. Yeah. All right, guys, get those questions ready. I'll ask them if you guys put them up here. I'm a little bit drained, to be honest with you.
Chris has the tired voice. I know the tired voice.
Kate was a psycho.
From the Little Rascals. Where's the blindfold?
I took them off over there. I don't have it on my head.
Sure it's not like the goggles
What goggles?
that you were walking around with?
Ha ha ha. You're funny.
I don't feel it. I don't see it.
Did you sit on them?
No.
I don't have them, so they have to be there.
Oh, way back here.
Sailor.
Yes, Kate. I understand the anger.
Okay, here we go.
It does well up inside.
Wow, really, Donna? She was a piece of work.
What would I do with it? I just have it. A flashlight. Just had them. What do I do with it? It's time to go.
John can't find. He just found the dang thing and he can't. Just close your eyeballs. I'm waiting for him to give me the go ahead. Oh, you guys seeing this? Do you know who that is holding your picture?
7. She said, wait. Nauseous.
Why did you hurt Julie? What happened to the husband and kids?
It's getting cold.
It is. Did you kill Julia by accident?
Let me tell you.
Was Julia mean to you? Did getting your hair cut cause this?
It's a deep throat.
Oh my God. Do you know that you...
That's what it's for.
Do you know you weren't normal?
Good job.
Good job on what? Are you mocking me?
Said something about rob her death.
Why did...
Death.
Yeah, we know about the death.
She stays.
Oh, you mean you trapped her there?
Julie.
Too late? I missed that. I would have loved to have seen if that said too late or Julie. Did you purposely kill Julia or was it an accident? Do you know your behavior was not the norm? Do you regret what you did?
Murder.
Mm.
Turn it in.
Why did you sell all of Julia's stuff?
Invade. In peace. Beat up.
You beat up Julia first? Were you just so angry, or it didn't take anything? Terror. You
Panic.
So you buried her out of panic. You killed her, you terrorized her, and then maybe you buried her?
Crazy. That was
yeah, you're
pretty
going
clear.
crazy. Okay. How did your husband and children die? How did you get caught? Was it selling her stuff? You got greedy? You were trying to survive? Were you a victim, Kate?
Feel her neck. Wow.
Oh my
That was pretty clear too.
So you had your hands around her neck? Did you like violence? What did Julia do?
Give it to me.
Oh, you wanted something from Julia.
She
what?
Get out.
Well, not right yet. We're going to leave soon.
Longer.
Your hair was longer? I'm trying to figure this out. She pushed her down the stairs. Then Julie wouldn't stop screaming, so she choked her.
Her word.
Her word.
It's done.
It is done. Do you regret it?
In a grave.
So you buried her? Are we talking about a certain part of her body you buried?
No.
No. Do you know how you died?
Her heart. Burned it.
Oh my God. I hope
she cried.
She did. She was screaming at the stairs. Is that why you killed her? You didn't like her screaming when you pushed her? What was wrong with you, Kate? Did you need help?
Help me.
Yeah, I'd like to help you.
How?
How is right? How can I help you?
Believe her. Give me it.
Sounds like they're going back and forth with each other right now. Doesn't sound like it's. Is this what I'm hearing, Julia and Kate? Are you guys like still?
I heard the scream.
Oh crap! So this is residual. What we're getting, they're reliving that moment. It seems like. Did she catch you stealing?
Burned it.
What did you burn?
Burned it.
Burn it? Burn what? Evidence? Did Julia have evidence against you, Kate? Was Kate yelling at you when you pushed?
Done.
Done. Don't. I said
Is
don't.
that my name?
You know who you're talking to? Do you know who that is?
Someone said, hey, John. It's free.
What's free?
11.
I don't understand that. How old were you, Julia? Julie? Yeah, Julia. Sorry. Oh my God. Burned, boiled. Yeah, great.
I don't see it.
Why did you boil her body?
Join us.
No, I'm not going to join you. Why did you cut her up and
Abuse?
Abuse? She abused you? Is why you did what you did? Did you? I'm going to ask you this, Katie. You were considered.
I'm too young.
You were too young when you passed? Do you know how you died?
Distract.
Were you always this way? Did you set out to purposely do what you did to Kate? To Julia, Kate?
It didn't count.
What do you mean it didn't count? Yeah,
Something just touched my leg.
I think we need to be done now.
Right before you tapped me, something just touched my leg. On the
Yeah,
left
I
side.
saw you react, but they were saying about burn and whatever. That's what she did to the body. She cut the
Something
meat
just
off the
went
bone,
right on
and
my leg.
yeah,
I'm like, why
and
is she
it said
touching
your
me there,
name.
of all places? Like, why is she tapping me on my shoulder?
Kate was only 30.
Oh, she was young.
Yeah, because she said she was too young. But she pushed Julia down the stairs, and Julia was screaming.
Oh my God.
And then you
Why?
said something about hands around the neck, right?
She pushed her down the
Pushed her down
stairs.
and she was screaming, so she choked her.
No. I heard screaming. I heard one big quick.
And that's why she choked her, because she kept screaming at the bottom when she pushed her down the stairs. This is a really, really, really grotesque one. A really, really
Oh, wow. What
brutal.
Yeah, we didn't plan for this night. We were supposed to do the one that wasn't so bad first, and then
Yeah.
do this
Well,
one after, but
again, if it
no
weren't
more
for the
letting
fact that
Chris pick them
Donna,
because
I'm grateful that Donna said, "Hey, there's more to read about that first piece," because that first piece didn't sound. I mean, it was tragic, the story, but I didn't see, just because it was, boy, yeah, that kind of affected differently.
Chris picks the dark one. She got us kicked off TikTok in 3
I
minutes.
think it is kicked
That's a
off
new record.
TikTok. But anyways, guys, that's a wrap.
Tomorrow night, watch 8 o'clock. It'll involve the Creeper Gallery as well. We're gonna have Donna will be on, as well as Michelle Wire, one of the intuitives that Donna uses to read the objects. Here's a picture. I believe Michelle right here.
Oh, she did a reading on this? Or no, on something else, right?
Yeah. That's Michelle right there. So Michelle will be on tomorrow night with us. The subject is going to be psychometry, which is, again, putting your hands on objects and getting a reading. So hopefully I'll have the footage that Michelle did here when she read a few objects. We'll talk about how she became involved with the Creeper Gallery and how she does what she does. And we'll do this all again tomorrow night, again featuring the Creeper Gallery tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 8.
Thank you guys for telling us to have a safe trip home. Yeah, this one was an unusual one. Please don't have nightmares. Try to put this stuff out of your mind and don't linger. It's never good to hold these things to you, because that opens the door for that kind of stuff, and you don't want it. So have a good night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and please remember to be kind to each other. Good night, everybody.